The other day I read in the dictionary a definition of terrorism. It reads like this. The use of violence, or the threat of violence, to accomplish a political end. The use of fear, or the threat of fear, to accomplish a political end. No one will dispute that stop and frisk aims to make people afraid.
One particular day, I was home. I had just came home from school, and he had just left out the house. He was gone no longer than about 5 minutes. Unfortunately, my bell rung, and it was a neighbor telling me that the cops had my son up against the wall. Now, he was on his way to the gym at that moment. So I run downstairs at that moment. I didn't have any clothes on. I had to go downstairs with just my robe and my socks, and it was a cold day. And I seen him handcuffed in the back of the police car. I don't know, I know a lot of y'all probably can't relate to it, but as a mother,
I can.
When you see your child being treated as a criminal, when you know that you teach him morals, values, and standards and ways to carry on to lead a productive life. But at that moment, all of that went out the door. Because when I approached the officer and I asked him, what did my son do, or could I see him, I was told no. I would have to go to the precinct.
And I sat there from 12:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. on to 6 a.m. Nothing was said to me about what he did. They started questioning me.
I asked him, what did he do? Why was he arrested? Why was he in handcuffs? The response to me was, he talked too much.
I said, take Yayo for a walk, because you're talking in the yard with your friends. He walks around the corner, 12 a.m. My son don't never come back. One of my neighbors come back and tell me the same year, oh, your son been arrested, they threw your dog and this and that. He looks suspicious of walking a toy Yorkie.
So now, as a mother, I had to beg. And I asked him to please just think of what I'm doing, because I'm trying to raise him to be a good kid.
All of a sudden we call out our names, bitches, etc., F you this, F you that. One of the young ladies who was yelling and screaming at them got drugged from the steps all the way down the steps and arrested. The other young lady, they beat her up. She passed out because she had an asthma attack. They left her there and they left us there. No one called an ambulance for neither one of us. 3 of us was arrested. One young man came running to see if I was all right. He got beat with nightsticks and arrested. None of these officers from the 75th, the 73rd, the 69, or PSA 2 have been arrested for this.
When you see your child in a police car, and I know that for me, I never really thought about it. But at that moment, that's your child. You know that's your child. But once them handcuffs go on, you have no say-so over your child. And that was a hurting moment for me because it was nothing that I could do.
We asked Mayor Bloomberg and Commissioner Kelly to think back to a time when they as parents were teaching their own children about being outdoors without them.
Ray Kelly don't care, Bloomer. Everything is justified, what these officers do. So as long as it's justified, more of us will be dying and getting arrested. Stop and search. It's ongoing in Brownsville and it needs to stop.
I can tell you that these powerful white men did not and do not share the fear that grabs our hearts every single time our sons leave our view.
When my son leaves the house to even go to work, I'm texting him, calling him. And, you know, they're not allowed to use force. I even call on his job. Are you all right? You know, you nervous.
Our communities are under siege. You know, it's not normal, but we have become accustomed to seeing things like this here, and we take it for granted. We see 10 kids lined up against the wall sitting on the curb, and we walk right by.
They have turned the stop and frisk policy into a crime preventive tool, which is illegal, unconstitutional, abusive, and in violation of the rights of all of us.
When I look around in Harlem, I see Harlem turning into an open-air prison. And this is not just in Harlem, but in the Harlems of America, this is happening all over this country. We're all working for the same population, man. The poor, the oppressed, the marginalized in this country who nobody cares about. And the only way we're going to effectively change anything here is that we have to come together, man.
That's right. The prison industrial complex is the most crooked institution in the world. 2.5 million behind bars.
The new Jim Crow.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now.
How y'all work with the police? Are you going to advise the police in the direction that we're going to be walking, or we're just going to walk?
I think we're going to advise them of the direction, but not of our final destination.
All right, so
yeah. We'll see what he told them. Because we kind of decided, what have we told the police?
I'm just telling shit.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
How do you deal with it?
We're out here in the Bronx today. That means we've done Harlem, we've done Brownsville in Brooklyn, we've done the Queens neighborhood where Sean Bell was murdered by the police 5 years ago, and today we're in the Boogie Down Bronx. And we brought the same message all across New York City. Stop and frisk is racist, it's unconstitutional, it's illegal, and it must be stopped, and we're acting to stop it. We want people in this neighborhood and people all across New York City and people all across the whole country to know that there are people of various races and nationalities who think that this horrific injustice has to be stopped. Some of the people here are tired of being stopped and frisked all the time. We're tired of that happening to their youth. There are other people here who know they would never be stopped and frisked because they're white, but they refuse to stand by and let this injustice be perpetrated and not stand up to act against it. That's what people need to know, and that's what we're bringing to them today.
Cease and desist! Stop and frisk!
700,000 stops!
We say no to the racist crime!
700,000 stops!
We say no to the racist crime!
We don't want to have beef with the police.
We don't want to have beef with the police!
We want good relations in our communities.
We want good relations in our communities!
All right, you don't got to push nobody.
You can't block the police.
No, I understand that, but
Thank you.
You don't need nobody pushing nobody. Just peacefully.
Guys, we spoke to you, right? And now, because she said something, now you're going to change your mind, okay? All right? We want you inside here so we can just freeze up.
Start the barricade, sir.
This is where we should be.
This is where we should be!
We are repeating history.
We are repeating history!
When they hit our kids with those fire hoses.
When they hit our kids with those fire hoses!
We didn't look away.
We didn't look away!
When they came at us with dogs.
When they came at us with dogs!
And those were the supervisors with white shirts.
And those were the supervisors with white shirts!
We didn't turn away.
We didn't turn away!
We trained our young.
We trained our young!
What to do?
No justice, no peace! Fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Fuck the police!
Rain, sleet, hail, snow, stop and frisk and not go!
No justice, no peace! Screw the police! No justice, no peace!
It's not just me who's dealing with this issue. It's these children right here. That's right. It's these schools right here that have mass amounts of police officers.
There's more people in jail in this country than any country in the whole world.
There's bad people in every profession, you know. Like, not every
Over here as slaves, and they still some of the poorest people here.
This is Matthew. This is Matthew. 12. And he's 12 years old. He's 12 years old.
Alright, so Halloween this year.
On Halloween this year,
I came to school.
I came to school.
To get checked for no reason.
To get checked for no reason.
I felt like a suspect.
I felt like a suspect.
I felt bad for myself.
I felt bad for myself.
And that's all I have to say.
And that's all I have to say. All right. Yeah. Set a lot. What's your name? Suleiman. Suleiman. How old are you, Suleiman? He's 11 years old. 11 years old.
Yeah, this year in Halloween in our school.
This year Halloween in our school.
Police were checking everybody's book bag in classes.
Police was checking everybody's book bag in classes.
Especially black kids.
Especially black kids.
I'm tired of saying our youth get targeted.
About this rally today, how you feel about it? Okay. Thought I'd check. All right.
This is Gregory. He's 12 years old.
Hi, Gregory. They around a couple of years ago they checked my father.
Around a couple of years ago they checked his father. His father.
They accused him for selling drugs.
They accused him for selling drugs. All right, we have Jermaine. How old are you? 13 years old. Yeah, Jermaine, don't be afraid. One day.
I was walking.
The
Cops stopped me.
The cops stopped me.
They took me to the precinct.
They took me to the precinct.
They charged me for a riot.
They charged me for a riot. How you feel about that? He felt mad.
My parents was mad.
His parents was mad.
And we wanted to press charges.
And we wanted to press charges. All right, this is Ella. He's 11 years old.
One day,
me and my friends
were walking down this point. And police stopped us.
And checked us.
Stop, man. Come on. Stop being disrespectful. Come on, man. Stop. Come on, stop, please.
Hey, you notice what I'll in if you just pull your pants up.
Well, my pants are pulled up, man.
You down.
Hey, no, man. We should just get this man.
Get on the floor.
All of the police department says they're here to protect.
All our city police department says they're here to protect.
But stop and frisk is what black and Latino folk expect.
But stop and frisk is what black and Latino folks expect.
So many times they shoot to kill.
So many times they shoot to kill.
And say it's justified.
And say it's justified.
And then their bosses back them up.
And then their bosses back them up.
As we stand horrified.
As we stand horrified.
You know, do people like myself and many others of y'all that's standing around deserve for our children to be treated this way? And that's why I'm here this morning, to let the world know that if anyone is experiencing like I'm experiencing, the way we're gonna get our voice heard is by speaking up.
That's right.
And if we don't speak up, they're gonna look at it. This is what we can do.
I marched until my feet bled.
And
I rioted until they called the feds.
What's
What's left, my consciousness says.
left, my consciousness says.